Hey y'all, welcome back to another read along Berserk, and as you can see, boom, dude, we made it to volume motherfucking 7. So, let's get right into it, shall we? An amazing art cover here already. We've got Guts, and then looks like he's holding the shield. Pretty unorthodox. And then you've got Casca here. Just giving it a nice little smile. Really nice. Okay, let's see. Nice panel here. Looks like Guts is giving a nice little like battle cry probably and charging in. Casca, Chapter 3, Prepared for Death 1 through 3, Survival, Campfire of Dreams, and the Battle of Doldry 1 through 4. Alright, let's continue on. Everything changed that day. How I thought, how I lived. Everything. From a life I continually endured to a life of fighting to succeed. The paltry dining table by the fire with my family around became a glorious battlefield adjoined by death and blood. Casca, Chapter 3. Since that day, the day I met Griffith, even now, I feel like it's been a long dream. Back then, I idolized Griffith. He was like some prophet or saint. In effect, that's what he was to us. We were a ragtag band of commoners with no backing, ever victorious on the battlefield, fighting like some miracle. And most importantly, leading us was a young man who could still be called a boy in his innocence, when in reality he wasn't a noble or a knight even, but a commoner like the rest of us. A miracle. Yes, in my eyes, that's exactly what Griffith was. After a while, I somehow carved out a life as a soldier. At the time, the Hawks became involved in a certain feudal lord's dispute. He was said to be a man of fame, a wealthy man intimately loved in sovereign affairs. Involved, jeez. But the worst rumors about him didn't involve his assets, rather his sordid tastes. As attendants, he would employ children from neighboring villages, nearly all boys who met his tastes. In truth, they were imprisoned within his castles as pleasure slaves. They would be at his side, children with eyes vacant of all but fear. I guess these days it's not such a strange sight, but to be honest, it sent a chill down my spine. Heart-rending sense of fear and disgust. I had almost become like that once. But just like that time, by putting his hand on my shoulder, just from that, I mysteriously stopped trembling. Afterwards, following several skirmishes, he was a boy who joined the band of the Hawk half a year before then to train to be a soldier. He was about 10 years old, and I don't know his name. He didn't really stand out enough to be noticed. There was no one to recognize the remains of the nameless, soldiers in training among the countless fallen. That is, no one but Griffith. Griffith! What's that? This boy's belongings. It was a toy knight, scuffed, dirty, and missing a leg. Griffith? A toy, on the battlefield. He must have greatly admired knights. I remember him well. He'd gaze at me as if I were the hero of some story. I wonder if he was happy, dreaming. Did he die enchanted by his dream? Or was his death the end of the dream? Was it despair? Maybe my dream is what killed this boy. I couldn't find the words to speak. I've never seen Griffith like that before. Never so somber. But ever since then, I've started viewing Griffith differently. The one evening upon returning to the castle. Griffith? Griffith? Huh? Oh? Oh. Looks back. Uh, damn. Selling that ass. Uh, hey, you're kidding, right? You mean Mr. Ball of Pride? Come dawn that morning, I couldn't sleep and was wandering along the river near the castle. Huh? It's Griffith. In the nude. Uh, Turns away. Why not join me? It feels nice. Huh? I. Am I dirty? Why? Why? Why were you alone with him before? I. You're right. My mistake, huh? That last night. A war council or something, so. No. You're not mistaken. Huh? Why? Why would you. With someone like him? Money. Gotta get that paper. Huh? An army consumes so much money just being. Men, horses, equipment, provisions, none of it is free. And the band of the Hawk will grow larger and larger. It has to. For that, too, we need a vast amount of war funds. In any case, I seem to appeal to that old man. And I was interested in his fortune. Our interests coincided. Yeah, but still, aren't we doing well enough now? At this rate, we can just keep winning. Well, eventually raise enough. It would take too long. Besides, with every battle fought, I lose more troops. Uh, Griffith, is it because of that boy? No. I thought about it logically. To go to battle 10 times and lose hundreds of soldiers, or to seduce one old man. Which is lesser risk? Casca, listen. I don't feel at all responsible for my comrades who've lost their lives under my command. I guess it's because they themselves chose to fight. Griffith, that's just the way I am. Just ripping his flesh. But if for their sakes, for the sake of the dead, there's something I can do. Griffith, blood. That thing is to win. I'll keep winning to fulfill my dream to which they clung, putting their lives in the line. Griffith, stop. My dream can only be realized by building upon their corpses. It's a blood-smeared dream, after all. Stop. I have neither regret nor remorse about that. But for hundreds, thousands of lives to hang in balance and myself alone, not to be unclean. What I want won't enter my grasp so easily as that. Psh! Grabs him. Stop it. Just stop. I'm all right. It's nothing. The Griffith who turned around and put his hand on my shoulder was the same Griffith as ever once more. Just then, that filled me with sadness. Griffith persists in trying to realize a kind of dream that most people abandoned long ago as childish yearning. But the dream he's chasing is so genuine and extraordinary that the burden must be immeasurable. A strong person, it's simple just to sum it up with those words, but I think that someone who wants to accomplish something grand endures that much more than other people. It's not that he's strong. Griffith has to make himself strong. I want to be by his side. If he's going to sacrifice everything for his dream, if his dream is to fight and to cut away his own path, then I want to be his sword. Casca 3. End. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one, alright? Stay tuned.